Hi, back with another session here. Here we'll discuss about some menstrual cycle facts. And in the second video, I'll take menstrual cycle and its related disorders like amenorrhea, PCOS, or its normal physiology, which is menopause. So we'll discuss in second part. In this part, I'll take menstrual cycle overview. So starting with menstrual cycle overview involves cyclical changes in ovaries and the uterus. Then ovaries. Ovaries contain follicles, each containing oocytes. So each follicle will have oocytes. So there will be a multiple follicles and each follicle will have oocytes. Then during each menstrual cycle, one egg matures and is released. Then it is divided into three key phases, which is follicular phase, ovulation, and luteal phase. Before starting with this, first we'll discuss the form primordial follicle, which is further developed into primary follicle, then secondary follicle, out of which one will be selected and the other will go into the atresia, and the selected one is a single tertiary follicle, which is known as dominant follicle. Okay, so starting with the phases, follicular phase lasts for 10 to 14 days. If the cycles are irregular, it will be variable. Follicular growth occurs in the follicular phase. That means follicles undergo changes like primordial follicle, primary follicle, secondary follicle, like that. FSH is there in this follicular phase, which will have a positive effect and will produce estradiol from the ovaries, and which will have a negative impact further on FSH and LH. Estradiol helps in recruiting the follicles, out of which the one dominant follicle will be chosen and will enter the ovulation. In ovulation, estradiol triggers a switch from a negative feedback to a positive feedback. LH surge will be there. After 36 hours of LH surge, oocyte is released from the follicle. Mittelsmers is a mid-cycle pain, which is a unilateral pain, occurs during the time of ovulation. Sometimes there will be a bleeding also, which patient can complain a mid-cycle bleeding along with the mid-cycle pain. So it is a natural phenomena. Luteal phase is a constant in length, as follicular phase is a variable in length. Luteal phase is constant in length, in that the ruptured follicle will further form into a corpus luteum, which will release progesterone mainly and small amount of estradiol. These progesterone and estradiol will lead to a negative feedback on LH and FSH. Corpus luteum will form corpus albicans and further degrading corpus. If no fertilization will occur, then only the corpus luteum degradation will start. After that, progesterone will fall, and 14 days after that, menstruation will begin. While if fertilization will occur, it will lead to a formation of embryo, will release HCG, and will maintain the corpus luteum of pregnancy. This is about the ovarian thing. Now further, the uterine cycle. So uterine cycle is changes in the endometrium. It will include the three phases: proliferative phase, secretory phase, and menstruation. So first is the proliferative phase, which corresponds to the follicular phase. So estrogen stimulates the proliferation of endometrium, increasing its thickness. It is growth of glands and stroma and blood vessels in the endometrium. And then secretory phase, which is a luteal phase, occur under the influence of progesterone. Progesterone inhibits further endometrial proliferation and prepares the uterus for implantation. Then blood vessels grow and coils forming spiral arteries, which is essential for implantation. Menstruation is a third phase, which is triggered by the fall of the progesterone levels. Spiral arteries will constrict, leading to apoptosis and shedding of endometrial lining. So this is what all about the menstrual cycle overview. In the next part, we'll take the further things. Thank you.